everyone, my name is Melissa and welcome to Gullion Family Homestead. So today I am in my kitchen. I'm actually doing several things. I'm testing out a new recipe for sourdough crackers. They're in the oven right now and they're about ready to come out. And then also I'm testing out a new sourdough flatbread with Italian seasoning that I'll be sharing with you soon. We're going to try that tonight with some pizzas, and so I'm hoping that is going to work out as well. But in the process, this is how I do things. I thought I started to dig around in this hot mess right here. And if you can, I'll try to bring you guys closer. If you can see it, it's just really kind of a mess. My goal is to clean out this and see what it is that I really need in here. But I am going to be cooking as well as doing this, but I can't find anything in here. And then this drawer is similar. I have a similar issue in that drawer too. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this drawer right here. Before I start with that, I have struggled with keeping my drawers organized in my kitchen for a long time. And it's always kind of a tasky thing for me to try to figure out. Flip my flatbread here real quick. But I don't know. And then I'm always struggling looking for things, trying to figure out where my small spatula is versus my big spatula. And also, I know that there's things in here that I never ever use. And so I thought what I might do is go through, organize it a little bit better, and then you guys can come along on the ride with me while I do that. So let's go ahead, and we've still got 3 minutes on our crackers. So let's go ahead and start breaking out what's in. So let me take you down here and I'll bring you a little bit closer. And we've got a lot of things going on in the kitchen today. I took the day off work, which is great. I actually had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I just decided to take the whole day off because I wanted to get some projects done. And one of the projects that I wanted to do was test out some new recipes, like I said. But when I went to look for things, this whole thing was just such a hot mess. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to separate things the best I can, so I know what I have. So let's see if I can put this over here so you guys can see better. So I'm going to do, I have a lot of tongs, and the problem with the tongs, like these tongs right here, I really can't stand them. They're some cheap tongs I have. They don't close in the drawer. So I'm going to put this back here in a toss pile because I'm not going to use those. I do use these graters, so I'm going to pull those graters out. And then also I want to find a good place to put my straws because they're just all thrown in here and I just honestly can't stand it. These right here, when I was just looking in here, I was looking at these spoons, these plastic spoons, and we have tongs. All these things come when you buy like those chafing dishes from like Sam's or Costco. And when we have, let me grab my flatbread over here because I believe it is done. So while I'm doing my flatbread, I'll tell you guys that the spoons I have, I only use them at like Christmas time when we do our holiday party for our small business that we have. And so it just seems silly that I'm actually keeping them here in the kitchen so you guys can watch what I'm doing. It seems silly that I'm keeping them here in the kitchen for the other 50 some weeks of the year, and then we're not using them. So I've decided that I'm going to put them, I have a closet back here that has all that kind of stuff. I've decided that I'm going to just pop those in a Ziploc bag or something and put those all together because like that takes a lot of room. It just does. There's another one right there. There's another one. I mean, I've got lots of them. So all of these babies right here are going to go into a Ziploc bag that I can put away in storage until our next get together. And if we have a get together this summer, then I know where they're at. I can pull them out. Okay, let me grab our crackers real quick out of the oven. Oh yeah, these look great. So there's my sourdough crackers. And that video is coming soon, but I wanted to test this, and it looks like they're turning out really good. They're an everything cracker. So we have friends coming over tomorrow night, and so I really just wanted to do a cracker that would, so we could have maybe a little cheese charcuterie type thing before we sit down for dinner. And so excited to do that for them. I love, he's a chef, so I always feel like I have to impress him. All right, so here is a set of tongs that I love these kind of tongs because they actually fold up nicely in your drawer. So I'm going to stick those right here with the barbecue tongs. And I've got some extra knives, but I'm considering getting rid of these knives because, or maybe putting them in our camping gear. We have camping gear that we never use, but we do have camping gear, and this might be a good thing to put in that gear because I have a whole sharpener's block over there with a bunch of knives, and those are the knives I use all the time anyway. I don't even use these knives. So I think I'm going to set these aside with the tongs, and maybe we'll throw them out in the camping gear or give them to somebody else who needs them. Now this knife I would love to get rid of, but it's a Henckels knife, and it's really just too good to get rid of. So I'm going to most likely keep this knife because it is nice to have good knives in your stash. So I think I'll keep this one, and I'll find a good place for it. Let's see what else we have in here. So this is a brush scrubber. Don't know why it would be in here. I'm going to put this under the sink because that is where all my cleaning supplies are. So that makes more sense. All right, let me look at this flatbread real quick. See how it's looking. Okay, it's done. And I think we've got enough for one flatbread left. So I'm just going to put the rest of this in here. Now these flatbreads that I'm making, I'll show you guys how I do them. But this was kind of a new recipe I was trying out first, and it has Italian seasoning on it. And I'm basically making these for pizzas so that we can have, Steve and I like to do personal pizzas so that we can, I like vegetables, he likes meat, so that's why we do that. All right, so let's go back down here to the drawer and see what we got going on here. So here's some more tongs that fold up. Love those tongs. You have to have a pizza cutter, so I'll put that aside. Here's another one of these plastic things that I don't really need. Let's see if I've got any more of those. So this right here is canning supplies. I don't like to have my canning supplies in here because honestly, when I go look for them, I can never, ever find them. So I have a pull-out drawer over here with all of my canning supplies. It's got my funnels and everything in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in there. So in this basket right here on the countertop, I've got all of my wood spoons and my dough hook and all that good business. That's a good place to put that stuff. However, I kind of wish I had a good place to put like this kind of stuff. This stuff I use I might put that up here. I use that a lot. I like to have stuff that I use a lot, close by. All right, so this right here, I would say that this, I think I'm going to put down by my canning supplies, but because this is actually what I use for bread making, and I like to have any of my preserving type stuff together in one drawer. So that's not ready to flip yet. So this also is something that we don't use until the holidays. So I'm going to stick that in this plastic bag because this is what we use when we make our own. And we have multiple of these. When we baste our chicken, we insert all of the marinade in our chicken. We make our own marinade and do that. So I don't really need that in this drawer. Here we go with more canning supplies, some lids. I have a space for this all in there. So I'm going to put that over there to kind of move. There's some more canning lids. Okay. So let's look at this drawer and try to get this drawer really organized. I'm going to start with this drawer. So here's a wood spoon I'm going to stick over here. So I was just showing you guys. I wish I had a better video to show you guys everything that I'm doing. It makes it a little bit easier, but let me see if I can pull that down there. Okay. So, and then also I need to wipe this all out. So this thing, I don't even know what this is. Oh, sorry, you guys, that's so loud. I think that is to take like a pineapple, or maybe it's an apple core. That's hilarious, isn't it? I'm going to put this down with my canning and preserving stuff because I don't use this on a regular basis. I only use this when I can. So this is going to go down in that other drawer. All right, guys, just flipping my last flatbread here. All right, there's another black spoon. Okay, you guys can see I got one of these drawers cleaned out. That feels really good. And I've got some other things back here that I've thrown out of the drawer. So now what I'm going to do is just try to clean the drawer out. I'm going to try to line stuff in this drawer that I feel like I use more often, because this is my silverware drawer as well. You can see right here, I've got silverware right here. And so I'm going to put stuff in here that I use quite often. And then maybe in this other drawer, put stuff that I don't use as often. Okay. So we absolutely use those things often. And I use this stuff, put that all together. We have some more knives here. I'm going to stick to the side because we don't really use those very often. And we use our pizza cutter often. So that's what I've got in there so far. Some of this kind of stuff, like I don't use this that often in this big spoon. It's typically for serving pieces. But these little knives here are like our cheese knives. I'm going to stick those in with the regular knives. They're just easier to find that way. And then we are going to come back over here and see that we still have some things left over. So still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the straws. I think I'm going to find a little basket or something that will fit in here and put those in here. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that. Now, I have never used this before, but I am planning on using it. This was like a Pampered Chef. You stick a butter in there and butter your corn. I'm going to use that this summer. I swear I am. Then I do use my can opener occasionally. We are almost all out of all canning items here in our household because most of our canning items are actually things that we can ourselves. So I'm going to keep it around though, because you never know when you might stop by the grocery store, right, to get something. So I'm going to pull the rest of this stuff out. There's another straw. And then we're going to wipe this drawer out and put everything back in place. It's amazing when you're getting in and out of your cabinets how quickly your drawers can get messed up. and just dirty. So it's kind of going to feel really good to get this all cleaned up. I'm just trying to get everything ready for the summer, for canning season, for our gardening season, because I just want everything to be real clean and organized. And some people think I'm very organized. I would say that I'm organized to an extent, but then I do have a little clutter in my life as well. And as you can see, this is part of it. So, I am going to keep this. This is like a vegetable spiraler because I do think that I would use that. Absolutely got to keep the ice cream scoop. This is another brush that will go underneath here with the cleaning supplies and under the sink. I'm going to check on these. These are just like little, these are great to have, but I feel like I need a basket or something for them. They're little scoops and whatnot that come out. There's another scoop. I'm probably just going to set those here aside and put these in here. And then I'm going to try to hit the shop store sometime this weekend and see if I can get a basket that will fit in here. Maybe check Amazon. Here's my pasta. Don't use that very often, but there's my egg slicer and my peeler. A cherry pitter. Sometimes I do use it, not often, but it does come around. Had to clean off that lemon juicer. There's my garlic press, cheese slicer. So I can already tell that there's another scoop, and there's a scoop. Put those scoops right there. Look, I've got a lot of scoops. I didn't even realize how many scoops. Look, here's another one of those injectors that I'm going to stick in this plastic bag so we have it put away. This is going to go back over here in this drawer. These actually are lids. I'm going to put those back with my canning lids. They actually go on these glass jars that I use to make dressing. So I don't really know why I have that in there. Here's another cleaning brush. See, I don't know why the cleaning brushes get inside with all of this business, but they do. It happens. Cheese slicer and some spoons. So these are all things I feel like now I can actually see what I have. I feel so much better about that. These dudes right here are like some kind of opener, but I do think I'm going to keep them because I'll probably need them. I'm probably going to put them with things like this, you know, like I've got these little miscellaneous tools. This stuff right here, I'm going to put in this other drawer because it's not going to be long before summer's here, and we actually do a lot of basting in the summer, a ton of basting in the summer. So, I'm throwing things. So all these little things, I'm going to stick right here. I'm going to get baskets to organize this really nice and tightly. Here's a little scraper. We'll use that. This thing actually goes with that vegetable, that veggetti. There's another scoop. That's a cleaner. This is a needle to go in with the injector. Another plastic tong. You can see, you guys, how much I have of this stuff. So we're getting to the nitty gritty end here. These guys right here are for, I'll probably put that stuff over here. These are for the cheese slicer. You can add them onto your cheese slicer. They're extra wires or extra cutters. So I'm going to stick that there. Got a cheese that goes over there. This is actually for kids' medicine. I have grandkids. I'm going to stick that back here because actually I'm going to stick that back in where the medicines are. That makes more sense. So it shouldn't be in here at all. Get rid of that. These little brushes I'm going to put down there with some cleaning stuff. This goes in there. That is all trash. Look at that sweet, cute little funnel I didn't even know I had. I'm excited about that. So as you can see, we are reeling in our organization. I feel really good about getting this little project done while my crackers were baking. Let's take a look at the crackers. Oh man, those are really good. Look for this video here shortly because I'm doing that one next. So hope you guys are having a great day. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. Bye. Go ahead. Hey guys,
Hey guys,
please like and subscribe.
please like and subscribe.